Well, hello. My name's Mandy from Mandy Sorts It Out, and which is my channel where I sort out various aspects of my life. And today I'm looking at food, and I have a very small food haul from Aldi to show you, which I videoed on Monday night. And after I've shown you the video, I will go through what I did with the food. There's not an awful lot to say in this case. Then I've got a bit of YouTube news. Firstly, is the video. I've just come back from a sneaky little shop in Aldi, and I thought I'd go through what I got. I eat iceberg or I eat this British Chinese leaf. I eat that as lettuce. I don't cook it because it goes all wimpy and horrible, but I do eat it as lettuce. That was 99p, a nice big chunky one. I usually would have got the iceberg because it's normally cheaper, and it was 89p. However, it looked a bit dark green. You know, it looked a bit sort of leafy, sort of rough, not kind of like the normal iceberg, which is quite light in colour. So I decided I'd have this because I know this will be nice. And then I love kombucha. So I thought, well, I'll try this because it is quite expensive. This was £3.49, so not cheap, but that's less than £1 for each one, which I thought wasn't too bad given how much they usually are. I know they're pretty small cans. Maybe that was a bad buy. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'll enjoy that. I will open them and leave them to go a little bit flat because they're sparkling, and I have reflux quite badly, so I can't drink sparkling drinks. Then they had this in the reduced food selection, or the specialty food, I never know quite what it is, which is called Giggly, which I thought was lovely. A 3-colour pasta, and it's made of Durham wheat. So I thought, even though it was £1.49, I thought, well, that for a Durham wheat pasta isn't too bad. So I thought I'll get that as a treat, because I don't eat an awful lot of pasta, but I do like the pasta I eat to have an interesting texture, and that looks like it will. I got these mushrooms. They were 99p. I do like to have a mushroom omelette every now and again, and I find these have got the most flavour. Then I bought these Greek style flatbreads. They were £1.49. Those are, well, I haven't had dinner yet and I'm absolutely ravenous. That's tonight for dinner. I'm going to have it with this chicken, flame grilled chicken slices. That was £2.85. Does it say what weight it's for? Must do somewhere. 180 gram. Don't know what they're like. First time I've tried them. But I thought I'll have that and that with some salad, some of the lettuce. I've got some cucumber, and I'll see, I've got some carrot. I'll see what else I can dig up. Then I decided to go with coconut with my coffee this week. I will probably freeze half of this again because I can't get through all of that in the day. It's normally 4 days. Does it say on here? Yeah, 4 days. So I can't get through the whole litre, so I shall probably freeze half of it. And I brought these as well. Somebody suggested I get the coffee from Aldi to take with me when I drive down to see family or drive back, and I thought it was a good idea, so I got these. But unfortunately they require refrigeration. I mean, they were in a fridge, but things like the milkshakes I buy, which are called Yazoo, yes, that's right, when I buy them, they're refrigerated, but they don't need refrigeration. They're just normally refrigerated. But these actually say they do need refrigeration. So that might be a little problematic if I buy them to take to family, to have when I come back from family, because the children in that house will probably try and drink it, and that is not a good thing for a young child to try. So I might have that for the drive down, but I'll have to sort out something else for the drive back. Then I got these chocolate eclairs for 89p. That's my treat for the week. I was hoping for profiteroles, but it's the same thing really, just in a long thin one rather than lots of little balls. So that was it. So that came to £14.28, and it just tops up some of the things I bought last week. So I've got the bolognese sauce that I made last week. I've got the fish in batter as well. And I've now got these flatbreads that I can have for a couple of days with salad and chicken. So I'm very happy with what I've got. And of course the mushrooms for the mushroom omelette. Okay.
So I did exactly what I said I was going to do with the flatbreads, and I had that for dinner with some of the chicken, and I chopped up a load of cucumber and put it on top. I thought I was going to make more of a mixed salad to put on top. The cucumber was going soft. It wasn't there yet, but it was on its way. So I thought I need to eat that up quickly, so I'll just have cucumber. So I had that for dinner on Monday, and I also had it for lunch yesterday, and I'll put photos up. Very delicious. Really enjoyed it. And the weird thing about that flatbread is it says on it, eat within 24 hours. I've never seen that on a bread product before, and I thought it was a little odd, but I froze the other two flatbreads. I kept the one out that I knew I'd have for lunch the next day. The chicken was lovely. Now I'm going to use a word that some people really don't like, but I can't think of any other word to use. No, I can actually. It was succulent. The chicken was succulent and very pleasant indeed. I would buy that again. I am going to make an omelette for lunch today with the mushrooms. I have plenty of eggs in. And last night I had a bolognese from the bolognese mix that I made the previous week. After I made it, I realised I'd completely forgotten to put the courgette in. So when I heated up the remnant that I was having for dinner on the evening that I made the bolognese mix, I chopped up half a courgette and added that to that, and it ended up making so much that I froze half the portion. So that was the portion that I had last night, which had loads of courgette in it, and I took some frozen green beans and snapped them up and put them in it, and that was absolutely delicious, I have to say. I'm still using up old pasta. I haven't opened that new bag yet, but it was really, really nice. Tonight I will have one of the portions of fish that I bought last week. And then I'll have to think about what I'm doing for the rest of the week. At some point I need to eat that Chinese cabbage, but I think that I'm probably going to be taking most of the Chinese cabbage down with me when I go to stay with family, because I don't eat enough fibre when I'm there. I don't eat enough. Well, I eat a lot of fibre when I'm there, but I don't eat enough fruit and veg. I eat lots of beans and lots of rice. I eat wholemeal bread when I'm down there, and I eat oats when I'm down there. So I do eat a lot of fibre, but I don't necessarily eat a lot of fruit and veg. I think I'm only going to be at home for a few days, and then I'll be travelling again. So it's quite difficult to know how much to get in because I don't want to waste food. It's a bit of a difficult thing to organise when I'm travelling somewhere where I'm driving for 2+ hours. Sometimes it's 2.5 hours, and it can be really hot. It's a difficult thing to organise how much food I will need at each place, knowing that I possibly cannot transport some of it to the other place because it will spoil in the car. That's something I have to consider in my organisation of food. I did also freeze half of the coconut milk, and I had one of the kombucha. I put it in the fridge overnight, and it was absolutely delicious. I've just put another one in the fridge now for later today. So even though I think on reflection I did overspend on the kombucha and I did overspend on the pasta, because I've looked up the pasta you can get from places like Tesco's, and that is a Durham wheat pasta as well. So I feel slightly scammed. But I think the thing was, I was tired. I was tired when I went and did that shop. I'd been a full day looking after a dog with family and looking after the kids, and then I'd driven home And then I'd gone to the shop, and I think I was just a bit tired, really. And that's why I fell for buying that pasta, because of its pretty colours. And that's why I fell for buying the kombucha without really thinking about the price. And you live and learn, don't you? And sometimes these things happen. But the kombucha is absolutely delicious. I've forgotten how much I liked it. So I'm very glad I bought it. And we'll see. Hopefully the pasta will be delicious as well. And then it won't be so much of a waste of money. But I am a bit annoyed with myself. But it's one of those things, isn't it? So I've got a bit of news about YouTube. And firstly, it's news about this channel. And today I've got 200 subscribers when I checked. And this is just overwhelming, really, because on the 17th, on the morning of the 17th, I was talking to my family and they asked how many subscribers I had. And I had, I think, 32. And that is 10 days ago. And now I have 200. And I know I have Sharon at Living on a Low Income UK to thank for giving me a boost by recommending me to her channel. I'm very, very grateful to Sharon for that. But I would say it's been a bit of a mixed blessing. Firstly, the pros, lots of pros. I'm delighted. I'm delighted that people want to watch me. Rather overwhelmed by that, actually. And then I'm getting comments. I said when I last reviewed my YouTube channel, which I think was around the 1st or 2nd of July, I said that I really wanted I really wanted comments. I really wanted to have a communication with people. And now I'm having comments and I'm having a communication with people, and I'm really happy about that. I'm feeling like I'm getting to know some people. I know a bit about them. And no, that is lovely. I'm really enjoying that part of it. I'm constantly looking to see if there's a new comment, and the little surge of joy when there is really good. So that's a real pro, a real pro. Then, of course, I think because my subscribers have grown really, really slowly up to the point where it was 32, that had been, I started on the 2nd of July and that was around the 17th of August. I never really got stage fright, but once they started to shoot up, I started getting a bit of stage fright. I started thinking, I don't have anything important to say. I'm pretending I have important things to say. They're going to see through me. They're going to see I'm a sham. I'm such an imposter, imposter syndrome. Lots of anxiety. I can't do it. I don't know how to do this anymore. But I always think it's good to practice doing what you want to do rather than what your anxiety is trying to mold you to do, which is nothing really. And I decided to be brave. I decided to ignore those voices. I decided to do it anyway. And I thought to myself, maybe I don't have anything to say. Maybe the people watching me don't care. Maybe they're happy with what I'm saying, whether it's of importance or not. And I also thought that I was thinking, I need to change what I'm doing to keep these people happy. And I had to really talk myself out of that viewpoint and say, I can't be anybody else. I can only be who I am. And if people aren't happy with who I am, they need to go find somebody that they are happy with. Because I can't be anybody else. It wouldn't last trying to pretend to be anybody else. I just wouldn't be able to manage it. And I certainly wouldn't enjoy it. I certainly wouldn't enjoy it. So there's no point going down that road. So yeah, I want to be honest about that. I want to be honest about the cons as well as the pros. The pros are amazing. And the cons, I think, are good things to have to deal with. It's good to practice saying, yeah, I've got these fears and I'm going to do it anyway. I think that's a good thing to practice. So even the cons are really pros if you think about it that way. So more news on my channel. You may have noticed I have a microphone. Chrissy, I think it was you. The comments appear to have gone, but Chrissy, I think it was you that was saying you felt that my sound quality was poor. And I am aware that in some of my videos, the sound quality was quite weak. I was doing a bit of experimenting with how far away I could put my phone and still hear myself. And some of the ones where I'd sat on the sofa and therefore the phone was a little bit further away from me, they were very quiet, and I wasn't very happy about that. And I had been looking and looking and looking for a microphone because I didn't want to pay much money, because I am doing a spending challenge. They tell you on the box that it's a tie clip. You should clip it to your tie, so it should be around here somewhere, I think. And I don't have a tie. I don't wear ties. So I decided to do what I've seen other people do, which is to attach the mic to an implement. I've seen people using spatulas quite often, and I didn't really want to attach it to any of the items I used to cook food with. I didn't think that was very hygienic. And I didn't want to buy a new spatula to attach it to because of the same reasons that I was trying to find a decently priced microphone. So I've attached it to my letter opener. And that seems to work, as long as I point it in the right direction. It'll take me a while to get used to it because I'm trying not to look at it. So this was, as I mentioned in my spending review of week 3 in August, this was under £6. Came from China. I didn't think it was going to come until after the 5th of September, so I was quite pleased to find it in my postbox today. The reason I chose this one is the low price, and also post and packaging was included. I haven't got Prime. I don't wish to pay for Prime. So I would have to pay for postage for anything under £35 from Amazon, and I don't have anything I need to buy that would bring the cost up to £35. And what I've done before is buy things I didn't really need to bump the price up to £35, and I'm just not doing that at the moment because I am on this spending challenge. It was one of the things that I was doing that was meaning that I was having to dip into savings, so I'm not doing it now. So yes, I have a mic, and I really hope that this is going to improve sound on my channel. And my last bit of news is I'm going to start a new YouTube channel. I'm going to not give out too many details now, but it's completely niche and not at all related to this one. It's about my health issues. I'm going to work on my first video today. Well, I've started planning it out. I don't expect to make more than about 4 videos a year. I don't think there will be any need for me to make more than 4 videos a year on it. I kind of hope there won't be, actually. Because if there is, there'll be a change to my health. And I think there's only one way it can change, and that's not better. So, yes, I'll be making quarterly videos on that. So it shouldn't interfere with this channel at all. But when I have decided on the name, which I haven't decided on yet, and created my first video and posted that, I will post a link to it just in case anyone's interested, because I know I've been quite coy about that health condition so far, and there were reasons for that. But once this video is up, I'm going to be quite open about that as well. And I thought I'd video making the mushroom omelette. So here you are.
So I'm making the mushroom omelette, just frying off the mushrooms to get the water out. And, oh, they're smelling gorgeous, I have to say. I used a little bit of butter. Oops, sliding over. Sorry, trying to do it one-handed. Used a little bit of butter, a little bit of oil. Right. Let's put the eggs in. 3 eggs. Makes a nice substantial lunch. This is called a never stick pan. I don't remember where I got it from. And I have no idea what it's made out of. And these days you should know that sort of thing, shouldn't you? But I don't. So I'm just going with I don't know if at my age you need to worry about the long-term effects of these things, because I've been eating food cooked with non-stick pans my whole life. It seems a bit late to change things now. And I know there are plastics in non-stick as well that go out into the world, and I would rather not do that. But again, if I throw this away, this becomes waste, and it might create more plastic waste. I have no idea. And I don't know if it's causing a problem, because I don't know what it is. Something I ought to look up into, really. After it cooked up for a bit, slid it onto a plate, flipped it back in upside down, and I'm just going to cook that off. It should puff up a little bit, and then yummy lunch.
So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye.